Oh, hello again. Um, th- my last video, I had 39 subscribers and was asking for 40. And now I think I've got about 1,300. I'm so grateful to you all. Thank you so much. All the countries, Ukraine, Australia, America, thank you so much. Um, People ask me where I get my ideas from. Well, I'm very lucky that way. They just pop into my head. The easiest ones are those ones. We've got a beginning, a middle, and an end. The second easiest ones are the ones that you get an end, and then you can write towards the end. And the hardest ones are the ones where you have an idea but no ending. I had one story, it took me 10 years to get a satisfactory ending to it. This is a very strange story. I had this idea and I thought, well, this doesn't really need an ending. It's a bit of a mystery and it's just something for people to think of. I mean, people have said to me, well, what's the ending? I said, well, you have to make your own ending up. Maybe a bit lazy of me. Someone said I should finish it, but I said, well, it makes you think. This is called Sartorial Elegance. It's a very short story. I hope you like it. Written by me, read by me, Al Donaldson. Uh, Sartorial Elegance. Margaret Fry awoke with a start. Burglars were her first thought. She turned to nudge her husband awake and became concerned when she realized he wasn't there. Had he been woken by the noise and had gone to investigate? She held her breath at the sound of something bumping on the floor. It was in the room. She stole herself and leapt out of bed and put her bedside light on. She rubbed the sleep from her eyes and focused on what had made the noise. She saw it and screamed and screamed till she was breathless. It was a very pleasant place to wait for someone, one's very own club. The winged leather armchairs seemed to mould themselves into one's form and were very comfortable. On winter days, sitting in front of the club fire with a large brandy and soda, reading the newspapers, was Smithers' idea of heaven. He was waiting for the arrival of an old friend, Hardwick of the Yard. Now retired, he'd never ever worked for Scotland Yard. He'd been a successful crime breaker of over 30 years, reaching the rank of Chief Inspector. The epithet, the Yard, after his name, had come from his first week as a newly promoted detective constable. Shown to a desk in a busy office, he had set to work after being told to get up to speed by reading all the current reports. There had been an awful lot of them, and they kept falling onto the floor. Hardwick had exclaimed, "This desk's a bit small." A voice at the other end of the room had answered, "Yes, it used to be mine. Now it's yours. Live with it." He'd remonstrated with them, "But it must only be 36 inches long." And some wag had said, "That's a yard." And someone else had added, "That's what we'll call you, Hardwick of the Yard." There'd been lots of laughing, and Hardwick had the good sense to join in, and the nickname had stuck. Smithers saw Hardwick and waved. He gestured to an armchair in front of him. "Would you like a brandy?" Hardwick nodded. And a few minutes later, as he savoured the aroma, he brusquely said, "So what do you want?" "To the point. Good. I need to pick your brains." Hardwick looked over the glass at Smithers and sighed. What is it that 1,000 others can help you just as well as me? Your thinking isn't as rigid as theirs. You may come up with ideas that others wouldn't think of. Hardwick smiled. Flattery. The last ditch of the desperate. Okay, what is it? I can't promise anything, but I'll help if I can. Smithers exhaled in relief. Last year, we were made aware of a death. Let us say, an unusual death. Whose death? Must be someone important to you. Yes, he was important to us. Professor Thomas Fry. He's a nuclear physicist. Hardwick frowned. Go on, Hardwick urged. His wife found him laying on their bedroom floor and called 999. When the paramedics arrived, they were met by a sight they had never encountered before. They thought that Professor Fry had shrunk. Shrunk? Hardwick's eyes widened. Yes, shrunk. You mean Fry had gone for a walk in the rain and his clothes had shrunk? No, not his clothes, him. Fry had become smaller. But that's impossible. Yes, it is. I did say it looked like he'd become smaller. Yes. He was actually the same size. So why did he look small? Smithers took a sip of his brandy and paused for effect. He was wearing a lot of clothes. Hardwick's furrowed brow became deeper. Fry was wearing 7 vests, 5 casual shirts, 6 dress shirts, 5 ties, 6 jumpers, 11 pairs of underpants, 9 pairs of trousers, 16 pairs of socks. All those clothes gave the impression that he had shrunk. Fry died from overheating. Hardwick drained his glass of brandy. Bad dream, maybe, or a nightmare, or even a form of sleepwalking? Yes, that's what we thought till we received reports that there has been over a dozen similar deaths all over the country, all unrelated, not one less than 50 miles from the other. We think this may be the start of some epidemic. Hardwick took a deep breath and blew out his cheeks. I'd like another brandy, and this time, can you ask the waiter to leave the bottle? Told you it was a bit mysterious. If you like that, please like, subscribe, share. I'm so grateful to the people of Ukraine, Australia, New Zealand, America for subscribing. My last post, I had 39 subscribers, hoping to get 14, and now I've got 1,300. Thank you so much. If you like short stories, please pass them on and enjoy. Thank you. See you next time. Bye-bye.